What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Reality Pill. Today, we are going to react to another Kevin Samuels video. Before we get into it, make sure you guys like and subscribe.
Hi, how are you? All right. So first name is
Samaria.
Samaria. What do you got for me on the topic?
Okay. Like I was with you.
Well, first off,
I was
how old
with
are you?
sir.
How old are you? First off.
34.
All right. So you were with me until what?
I was with you, but then I started thinking how if he's if this high value man is like giving his energy to other women, what does he have left to give to the main chick? Like what does he
Whatever,
have
whatever
left?
he chooses. You want the truth? Whatever's left.
That's
Kevin's cooking early.
that's not fair.
I don't
But
give a
she
shit
didn't have
about what's fair. Grow up. Who cares about what's fair? Oh, okay. Then go get a man who's working 8 to 5, and you got to work and pay half the mortgage until you're 65.
Mm-mm.
Well, then you can't. So see, let me just go ahead and level set this. You're 34. You got any children?
Yes, sir. I have 3 from a prior marriage.
All right. So you really want to go there? A high value man would expect to be 3 kids.
I
Is that
know.
is that fair?
Um, but I mean, I got
No, no, you
needs
you
too.
don't. No. You didn't answer that question. You just skip right on past it.
Okay, okay. What the kids got to do with my needs getting met though?
What? No.
Yes.
Again, you women love to not answer questions and deflect. Can you answer the question? You're 34 with 3 kids. We're talking about high value men.
Yes.
Is it fair to him to have to pay to put 1 dime into your offspring's mouth?
No, not
So
really.
so then how are you going to then you've had 3 human beings come out of you
Hmm.
and you couldn't stay and you whatever reason you're not with the father.
Yes.
So if a man was sufficiently high value and he chose to deal with you, you honestly, in my opinion, man, the way it really should work is you should be so overly grateful that this man decided to pick you out of all of his options that you will be willing to just happy to be there. But see, that's
So
the
I
point. Uh,
so should I just get a toy box or something? Like,
well, you can get what you want. See what it is. What you're basically describing is you get what you want, and the man is just supposed to be happy to have you. Why should a man who is earning in the top 10%, 5%, 3%, 1% of all earners settle for having being with a woman that has 3 children and she's his only sexual companion? Why should he settle for that?
oh no, I didn't say that I had to be the only one. I'm just saying he ain't gonna have no energy to give me nothing after he's uh been with his mistress or something like that. He won't have like he there'll be nothing left for me.
Well, that's on you. You got to compete with the mistress. You got to do what you got to do to compete with the mistress. That's the truth. See, that's the truth. That's when they don't like. That's the truth. You got to do what you got to do to compete with the mistress.
Okay.
Hey, at least she's of the understanding that coming out here with 3 children, especially looking for a high value man, the chances of him being just loyal to you, highly unlikely. Especially if the child's father is what we will consider lesser than. At least she knows this.
Okay.
Or you could choose not to have a high value man.
Mm.
See, but before you become the wife, don't you have to compete with all the other women?
This is true.
So why do you not have to compete after you're married? See, so many women today, after you get married, let's be honest, you want to quit working. That's when so many women let themselves go. They stop doing all the stuff they used to do. And no, hell no.
I don't want to work, but I ain't about to let myself go though. I just I want to get my physical needs met too.
It's not okay. What is that? I mean,
Yeah.
sexually,
Yes.
I kind this is gonna hurt a lot of women. Your sexual needs. This is a modern concept.
Yeah. Hmm.
If a man is going out and okay, What kind of money would a man need? Are you willing to have any more children?
Yes.
Okay, how many?
As many as my body will allow me to have, or however
Ballpark
many.
it.
Maybe two more.
Two more, so that'd be five children. How much money would a man need to make to fund five children and keep a wife? How much money would a man need to make to maintain a middle class, upper middle class lifestyle? Ballpark annually, how much you need to make?
Dang. That sounds more like along the lines about 400, 500,000.
Yeah, and that's the top 3% or 1% of men.
That includes geeks, white men, Asian men.
Did you
Oh
just say
man,
geeks? Did you just say geeks?
I said geeks.
Did you? I mean,
Millennials.
listen to how you just insulted the men who you'd be lucky to sniff their sack. Listen how you just described them. See, we're used to that. We're used to women. No offense, ma'am. Were you married to your children's father? You said yes.
Yeah. Mhm.
But how you gonna have the nerve to come in and call a man who's a $500,000 a geek?
Them typically be the ones that be up there though.
Doesn't matter. You making $500,000 a year. I don't. You can have any name you want for it. This man is making money and producing in the world. Talking about some nerds and geeks. A nerd and geek wouldn't even look his way. I mean, look her way. Having three children. He's not gonna look her way. Because if that man's a nerd or a geek, he has to have some type of common sense, right? Especially making $500,000 a year. Why would he then pick her? See, the joke's on you.
Well, let's go there then. Let's go there because I advocate for men. Why should a man who's made himself up there want a woman with three children?
Because I got a great personality.
Really? You just called them these people geeks.
What's wrong with a geek?
That's something we say. So that's a compliment?
Well, nerds.
Well, that's a compliment too?
No, I mean,
Okay. So
insult either.
can we not play? That's an insult. Where I'm from, that's an insult. Calling somebody a geek or a nerd, you use it in a pejorative way.
Mm-hmm.
See, people don't like me and my show because I just allow women to say what you really think about men, and you don't sound like you have a lot of respect for men.
Hmm. Well, I've never had that said to me before.
Well, you have. See, it's always assumed that it's the men who are the problems in a relationship. Why aren't you with your ex?
Well, I came on here before. Uh, we just weren't healthy together.
Okay. Well, and let's get on to the other parts of it. I mean, you're already on camera. How tall are you?
5'2",
Dress size?
6.
Okay. So, and you're 34, would you say?
Yes, sir.
So the likelihood of a 34-year-old woman with three kids getting a husband making $500,000 is negligible. So, due respect, you talking about, well, why should I have to do all this other stuff when if you even had the opportunity to get a man like this, why you should just be happy that he picked you. But that is how entitled so many women have become, to where not only should he pick you and be responsible financially for another man's children, and then have to split the resources that he would have from his two children with you with three children from somebody else. He has to sexually satisfy you too after he's working these 12, 14-hour days.
But I want to sexually satisfy him too, though.
Ma'am,
Like, I don't want to just
you
get.
don't seem to understand men. When you're working as much
Yes.
when a man is working as much as that, what do you? How long? How long does it take you? A long? Well, how about how long do you expect to make these love making sessions? Just
20 minutes.
that's 5 minutes. That's 15 minutes too long for a man making that kind of money. 20 minutes. When a man who's making $500,000 a year,
Mm-hmm.
that's 250. How much money is that an hour? So let's do the math, folks. Let's do the math. I mean, she's being a good sport. Let's do the math. Let's do the math. That's $250 an hour. $250 an hour is $500,000 a year. So you divide that by 4. So basically, man, not even 4. That's basically you're looking at $250, $240, $80, $85. That's $85 worth of sex. His time is his time is $250 an hour. So if he's giving you 20 minutes, what's he getting back? See, how it used to work, man, honestly, how it used to work is when a man would go out and kill and bring back meat, whatever, you would pleasure him. Your pleasure is variable. Due respect, the female orgasm is not required for human reproduction.
This is true.
So what this conversation has shown is modern women are so detached from who men are that with a straight face, you could say, well, he wouldn't have enough left to satisfy my needs, when you should just be happy that a man who's making $500,000 would even think about marrying and facilitating a life with you and your 3 kids and moving on down the path.
Exactly. Because a lot of these women technically, they don't really care about what that man has to do or go through. They just want the results. They don't really care about what he wants. They just care about the results. A man making $500,000 a year, taking care of 3 of your children and you, and then you believe that he has to be something, what, more than that? Insane.
This is why it seems almost impossible to make modern women happy these days. They're completely unreasonable. That doesn't seem unreasonable to you, but it's extremely unreasonable.
So a
You're next,
woman needs
Alicia.
to, sir?
Wait. I was telling Alicia she's next. So a woman needs to what?
So does a woman need to sacrifice her emotional needs for material gains? Because at the end of the day, if something was to happen where he can't go out and work anymore,
Well,
and he
man,
can't,
okay, a woman or you? We're talking about a very high earning man.
Mhm.
Your emotional needs are irrelevant to this situation. Because, ma'am, who comes first in a relationship?
Like as far as like ranking goes,
Yes. Yes.
well, of course, if it's going according to ranks, then we're gonna have to go with the husband, then the wife, then the children.
Does anybody, do you honestly, I don't believe that you honestly believe that.
The reason why I said that is because, like I said, I was married for 13 years, and he was the main provider in the home. And if he is unable to provide, then it'll affect everyone else.
Okay, that was him. I'm talking about a man who's making the kind of money you're talking about making. He's providing with or without you. So you ladies, women like yourself like to come and make these disaster scenarios. Well, what happens if he doesn't? Well, what happens if he earns more money? See, a man, you are really not set out. You're not talking like you're supposed to be a helpmeet to a man. It's almost like you think you and men are equal and you're supposed to be partners. And that's fine, but you don't need to be trying to deal with men who are high value. That's not how they're set up. You need to go on out and get you somebody who's working at the post office. No disrespect. Y'all know what I mean. The average black man in this country earns around $42,000 a year. Go get one of those guys.
No, I don't
Why
wanna
not?
do that.
Why not?
My ex-husband didn't even my ex-husband made about 80,000.
So if he can take, okay, why does he need to make, okay, this is about to get tight, ma'am.
Yes.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a case manager, and I'm
All
a
right.
student.
A what?
A student.
A student?
Yes.
And you
Sir?
did you grow up with money?
I didn't grow up with money, but I didn't grow up wanting or needing anything.
Well, if I said he's middle class. He's a man can take. See what I'm saying? What I mean is this: you're a 34-year-old woman. And you just dismissed half a black man on financial terms. Well, that's fine, ma'am. You can do that. Then men should be able to dismiss you on physical terms, on children's terms, on anything else as shallow as what you just did. Men should be able to do the same thing.
But they do though.
Exactly. So, but the thing is, when women do it, it's okay. But when men do it, it's negative. And the thing is, man, the kind of man you're talking, if you want a man who's earning 6 figures plus, because that sounds kind of like what you're talking about.
Yes.
Do these men typically want a woman with 3 children?
Probably not.
No. And how much did you weigh last time you weighed yourself?
150.
Arguably, you could stand to lose some weight, and you have tattoos all over the place too, ma'am. These men want something for their They want something. Your asking price is too high. You can want it, but it's an unrealistic asking price based just upon the market that you know and I know. I get to be painted as the asshole for saying that. But no one talks about how delusional you ladies sound when you honestly sit back and call a man who's a geek or a nerd or this or that. It's like, well,
a lot of those geeks and nerds, they don't have it. They don't have social emotional connection. They don't know how to connect to anyone.
Sounds like, ma'am, I want you to re-listen to this broadcast, and I want you to turn that question on to you. Because that's the way you're talking about them. You don't know how to talk to them. See, we're always so used to you ladies critiquing what the men are deficient at. And instead of looking at your deficiencies in this interaction,
yes,
you've had an opportunity to put your best foot forward and show why somebody may want to consider a woman with 3 children, especially if a man's earning the kind of stuff. And I don't think you've made a good case for that. Matter of fact, you've kind of proven that you sound rather entitled.
Well, I wasn't trying to prove a case. I'm not on here trying to sell myself.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether you're trying to sell yourself or not. What I'm saying is what came out is the truth. How you really think about men.
That they're geeks and nerds?
No, that you don't come across as a woman who has a tremendous respect for men, period.
How did you get that?
All right, man. I didn't say anything. Okay. I don't want to do this anymore. I do this every day, and you've been on my show before. Now you're questioning how I did what I did because, yeah, okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Oh, man.
High value is not an issue. It's not really an issue for most women. So let's just be honest.
And that's going to be the ending of the video. There's so many things I could even dive into, but I'll just highlight these points. This woman is coming into the situation, 3 children from a man that was making $80,000 a year. And then now going out there older with 3 children, she's now demanding the next guy make over 6 figures. But then when she got into what she really wanted, she wanted a man making $500,000 a year. So men, I posed the question, or women, I posed the question. If someone came to you with 3 children and that person they procreated with only made 80,000, are they now entitled to a $500,000 person? Leave it in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you guys haven't already. Turn on post notifications so you will be alerted when we upload more videos. just like this one. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.